Let's bring in now Judge Andrew Napolitano to talk about President Trump's moves here, senior judicial analyst. So there's an executive order declaring a crime emergency in D.C. There's also the home rule. Do you think there'll be pushback on this, Judge? President Trump obviously is looking at trying to make it safe for people who visit the Capitol, and there have been so many deadly incidents already.
I think if the mayor of the District of Columbia attempts to bring an action against the president in court, she'll lose, because the statute that the president cited directly gives him authority when, in his opinion, there is a crime emergency to take over the police department. He doesn't take over the courts. He doesn't take over the administration of the government. Only Congress can do that. But when Congress created the Home Rule Act in 1973, it specifically said in the statute, in the part of the statute he quoted, Section 240, that the president can take over the police department. So that he's done. Now, as for the National Guard, well, there is no governor there. So the National Guard in D.C. is directly under the president. He doesn't have to federalize them like he did in California. The issue is correct in L.A. The issue is, can they engage in ordinary law enforcement? There still is a statute on the books that says military people cannot engage in law enforcement, but FBI, DHS, Secret Service, all those civilian and uniformed federal entities under the president's command can engage in law enforcement to help keep the District of Columbia safe. The president is right on the mark.
That's just what they're going to do. Let's play a little bit of President Trump a short time ago, because L.A. did have the National Guard called in. There's some legal cases as of today, and President Trump talked about why he did that just a short time ago.
If we didn't go to L.A. 3 months ago, L.A. would be burning like the part that didn't burn. Hopefully L.A. is watching.
So in L.A. today, Judge, there's a trial on whether or not the deployment of the National Guard violated federal law. California is trying to stop the federal government from using military troops in California. And that is something that may be a political football for, you know, Mayor Bass, because a lot of folks looked at what was going on in California and they're happy that the National Guard came in as a deterrent.
Well, I mean, this particular judge, Judge Breyer, initially ruled that it is more likely than not that the president did not have the authority to do this. An appellate court overruled him and said, hold a trial and see what they did. Now, what would the trial address, Bianca? If these troops in military gear merely stood by and protected federal assets, there is no problem whatsoever. On the other hand, if they chased speeders, if they arrested shoplifters, if they directed traffic, if they actually engaged in law enforcement that the LAPD do, that violates a federal statute. So the Mayor Bass's people are going to try and show that they engaged in law enforcement. The Defense Department, represented by the DOJ lawyers, will try and show they were just there to protect federal assets, and the judge will have to call it.
Well, we'll see what the judge does. We'll see where the evidence takes everybody. Judge Knapp, always good to have you with us. Thanks so much.
Pleasure, my friend.